Okay, it's time for the Spooky Ookie Project. Before I get started on my update for Paranormal Pantivity, I am going to ask you to please do all of the things, and you know what they are. All right, so this is a project that started September 24th of 2022 and is going to end September 24th of 2023, which means I don't have a lot of time left here. The reason that Andrea picked that date is because it is National Ghost Hunting Day. So obviously Andrea is the creator of this, and she is pretty as a peacock here on YouTube. She did do this in collab with the Fantastic Ladies group on Facebook. I will have all the goodness linked in the description box, as always. So the way she did this was pretty open-ended, which was pretty cool. She came up with this whole list of fun prompts and gave us descriptions of all of them, a suggestion for an item, and then let us do it however we wanted. We could start with 6, we could do it rolling style, we could do them all at once, we could kind of do whatever we wanted to. And she is using the hashtag Paranormal Pantivity PP for you to find it here on YouTube and also on Instagram. I don't know who all is doing it there, but anyway, all of the deets that I have will be linked in the description box. So I'm going to start in numerical order from her list, not necessarily in the order I brought these things in. It just makes it a little bit easier for me. So I have Doppelganger, a product you have a double or backup of. And for me, that is, of course, this Mary Kay Wild Rose Blush. Still have the pan in it. It's getting a little bit bigger. Now, the last time I weighed this was in February, and it was 10.8 grams. Now, for today, it is 10.6. I haven't been using it a ton because I do have a lot of other blushes and projects. Oh, my hands are dry. But I don't know if you can tell or not. It's a really pretty, nice, light pink color. Okay, I did it really nice and heavy so you can at least kind of see it. So for someone like me that's so pale, it shows up really nicely. And of course, I do have multiples of these because it's Mary Kay and I liked it, so I just kept grabbing them from Mom. What can you do? My goal on that is to finish it, so we're just going to keep going until the end of the project and see how close to the very end I can get. If I stop bringing in other blushes, maybe I'll actually get more use out of that one. The next is Bogey, which is also known as the Bogeyman or Boogeyman, and it's a product that you use at night. So for this, I cheated. I didn't follow her prompt. What I brought in instead was my notoriously morbid, oh, what is this one? Night Kiss Lip Balm. And this is in the flavor, There Is No Boogeyman. And I don't know if you can see, it's just kind of a fall thing. This actually was from the Advent calendar, and it has the flavor notes of coffee, toffee, chocolate, toffee, coffee flavor, and it is inspired by Lori from Halloween. Now, I put this in last month at 11.3 grams, and we're at 10.7. And honestly, I didn't think I had used very much of this. It smells delightful. For someone who doesn't drink coffee, and I hate the smell of coffee beans, this, because it's mixed with the chocolate and toffee, doesn't bother me at all, and it has a really good taste, and I think it's a coconut base lip balm, which means they go a little faster for me. So I am still hoping that I can get this one finished off by the end of the project, but I'm enjoying it, so I'm not in a great hurry on that. Then we have blah, blah, blah. Then we have Seance, if I can get the words out of my mouth. And this is a product you bought because someone else told you to or recommended it. Well, that for me is, okay, this is the Estee Lauder Pure Color Illuminating Shine Lipstick. The number on it is 918. The shade is Pampered. And I got this because of Jaylon and Valerie. This is one of those recommendations that came from them. And that's what it looks like in the tube. Hopefully you can see. And I'll give you a swatch of it. It is actually what I am wearing right now. So it's really nice and shiny. It's got a balmy feel. That's what it looks like on my hand. I really love this. I put this in for 5 days of uses and I've gotten 4. So kind of moving through that one. It's a really nice, easy grab. And the way it wears, you don't get a ring or anything like that. And I can reapply it as often as I want, just like a lip balm. So it's been an easy one for me to use. I'm really enjoying that. Good recommendation from the ladies. Okay, then we've got Black Dog, an animal-themed product. So I brought in the Menagerie. This is the Arthurine Highlighter in Aurora Australis. My goal on this is 10 uses. It says, let's get glowing on the inside. I don't know if you can read that or not. It's reflective, so it's kind of hard. Oh, and it's got a gold ring. But it is a really pretty pink. In fact, I'm wearing the highlighter today. But it is a really pretty, really blinding pink highlighter. It's got great shine. It looks almost whitish on my hand, but, and well, I suppose you're kind of getting white from the lights too. And you know how I like to land airplanes with my cheeks? So there you have it. I love this one. I'm actually already at 7 of my 10 uses. So that's going to stick around for a little while. Got a lot of stuff that's sticking around. All right. So then we have Exorcism, an item you want out of your collection. Because I've been trying to finish some stuff off to change up my skincare routine, I had brought in the Ordinary's Matrixyl. So this is 10% plus HA. We have a new mark so you can see how much I have used since the last update. It went from 68.9 grams to 65 grams. So we're getting there. This will be around for a little bit longer, but then I don't really plan on buying that again. And the Ordinary changed some of their stuff. So I'm sticking with the hyaluronic acid, but I'm dropping the other things from the line that I have been using for the last year or two. I mean, they're not bad products. They just have changed things up. And there's other things that I really enjoy and think are a little more beneficial for me. So we're working, that's the last one of those. We're working out of the collection. Then we have Reincarnation, a product you have bought in the past that is updated packaging. And I went the opposite way on this. I bought Adept's Plain Jane Remastered. I do not have the original, but I got the updated version of it. So that's what I brought in. It does have a mirror. I'm doing this as No Pan Left Behind. And you can see I've got most of them scratched out. I have one shade left for you, and that is this one. And the way they number theirs, they're just numbers, so it doesn't have a name. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. But ooh, this is a really light shade, and it's almost a spring grass kind of green, like a lemony green almost. Oh, geez, can you even tell? No, it looks yellow on my hand. But what I'm seeing is actually kind of green, and well, it's got some shift to it, but we have that one left, and then I will have completed that prompt and every shade in the palette, which is nice. I like being able to do that when they're all special shades like that. It makes it nice when I can do it as a No Pan Left Behind. So I'm pretty happy to have that one almost done. And then we have got Silkies. So these are female spirits dressed in silk, and it's a product with a silky texture like a powder, or something that leaves your skin feeling silky smooth like a lotion or a skincare item. I went with the Laura Mercier Loose Setting Powder, and I went with the gold capped one. I should have put that in somewhere else, but I wasn't thinking. So this is the translucent one. My goal is to finish this, and it clings to the side, so I can't actually tell how much is left in here even. We went by weight. So I was at 92.3 grams when we started last month. I put this in. It wasn't brand new. I've been using it for a little while. I'm at 87.9 now. Now, I don't honestly know. You see, it's a really, really light powder. You can see a little bit of it on my finger there. And it just blends in like a dream. I mean, it's just smooth. Very nice. And it doesn't leave, for me, it doesn't leave a cast. Well, I'm so pale it wouldn't anyway. But we'll see how much of it I can get finished before the end of the project, because I have no idea. I mean, I can see some windowing in here. So you can see little bits of windowing, but this stuff clings really bad, and I've heard that about the product. So I'm not too worried about it. We'll get to where we get to. Okay, then because I'm a dork, I actually brought in Phantom, because I thought Phantom was on Andrea's list. Luckily, she's sweet and didn't mind me doing this at all. And the reason that I did it is because I have this Phantom Luxie eyeshadow. All right, so the goal is 9 uses. I have not used it. Well, maybe I've used it once in the last month. Anyway, I am at 7. I still have 2 uses. I don't even know that I've used it in the last month. And part of it is because, oh my God, that's gorgeous. Part of it is because it's the only thing left in this palette, and I had set it on my counter so I'd remember to use it the last couple of times, and then forgot that it was on my counter and had pulled things out of the basket in the drawer instead, because you know how I roll. That's what I'm like. So we still have 2 uses on that, but that's okay. I will get those finished. I swear I will get those completed so that I can roll that out, since it wasn't supposed to be here. All right, now, here's the deal with this. Because this project is going to be ending, in September, and it's June, that means I have 3 months until the finale, which means I only have a couple months left to get things into the project and use them before the finale. And I won't meet all my goals maybe, but I still want to be able to touch the different prompts. So we're going to bring some stuff in here for you. First one I'm going to bring in is Screaming Skulls. So this is either a Halloween or a scary themed product. For this, I have this little Notoriously Morbid quad. So of course, if I'm going to go scary, I'm going Notoriously Morbid. It's just kind of appropriate for here. And I thought the best one to bring in, if I have these right, hopefully I do, because the way they're labeled on the back, I'm hoping that it's left to right like normal, would make this shade right here the Queen of All Evil. I figure that's scary, right? That works. And so what I'm going to do, oh, my hands are so dry. I'm so sorry. That's just kind of gross. But that is what it looks like. My finger is still purple from the other one. And I'm going to bring this in for 5 uses. Oh, okay. It's a little bit hard to see on my hand. Well, maybe you can see it. It's kind of a little bit of a rusty pink color. It's a peachy pink, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And I think, yeah, you're getting, but it's got a great shine to it, as you can tell. Okay, so I got interrupted in between filming videos because I'm trying to catch up. I was ahead. Now I'm playing catch up. And my wipe got a little dry here while I was making dinner. Anyway, not the point. You don't care. Complete crazy train moment. Been a while since I've given you some good crazy trains, so I figured I'd throw it in here. All right. Queen of All Evil, 5 uses. That's the goal. And I want to try and play around with some of these others too, because these shades are freaking lovely. That's kind of a bluish one. It's hard to tell. These are very different, but either way, I'll play around with them. All right, then I'm bringing in Demon, and this is a product that you were tempted into buying, and I'm blaming it all on Kim. My girl Kim from Teacher Loves Beauty had gotten some Kiko products, and I'd had Kiko on my list of brands that I wanted to try. I had heard good things, but hadn't tried anything. So I picked up a couple of items. Some you've seen in the past. This one I don't think you have. So this gorgeous thing is the Kiko Festival Glow Baked Bronzer. And it's got a mirror in it. And that's what it looks like. It's quite light and quite lovely. And I don't know that they do shades. I mean, it's just kind of a marbled because it's baked light bronzer. So this is not for everybody. But it works for my pale skin. And I'm just kind of packing because otherwise if I blend it too much, it's going to blend out and you're not going to see it on my hand. It's a little hard to see anyway. But this will be great, especially on that pale forehead that's behind the bangs that never gets sun. So we're going to do 10 uses on that one. And then, oh, I'm just going to keep going. There's more. All right. I got a little crazy here. Okay. Like you aren't shocked by that one, I'm assuming. So I brought a bunch of things in and I was trying to kind of get back to some of my singles. I have a lot of eyeshadows and projects, but I like having these and then being able to grab other things to work with them. So I'm bringing in Urban Legend, a product that's too good to be true. Well, for me, that's going to be like a pretty purpley, shiny color because that's kind of my wheelhouse. This is called Star Sign. And it's stunning. Stunning. And it is definitely different than this one. Okay, I don't know if you can tell. I have got lavender and pink and all kinds of fun reflex in there. So I am bringing that in for 5 uses. So pretty. And then we have got Flying Dutchman. This is a product that you are doomed to pan for what feels like forever. Well, for me, I am not an eyeshadow panner, you guys. You know this. I hit pan occasionally and things, but it is not my wheelhouse for the most part. And I'm okay with that. I don't mind. So for that, I am bringing in a Notoriously Morbid single. And because it's white, basically, and I have about a bajillion of those. This one is called Frosted Fear. And I'm going to bring this in for 5 uses. Ooh, okay. That's white. That is definitely white. But it's nice and shiny and reflective and icy, and so we're going to bring that in. Then we have got Domovic. This is a household spirit in Russian folklore. It's a product that's followed you from house to house. You're going to see a theme here. So for this, I am bringing in the Terra Moon's Purple Clouds eyeshadow single. I have a little palette that I put together that has these Terra Moon shadows that I literally have never used but carried from Arizona to here. Now, granted, they're not the oldest things that I have, but I'm dragging things back and forth and not using them, and that's kind of dumb. So that made this one fit, and so this is going to come in for 5 uses. Okay, we'll go on this side again. Okay, now you can see that's more purple than blue. Hopefully you can see this more purple than blue. What I'm seeing, it looks the same, but it is definitely purple and not as bluish. It's a really pretty purple too. So we're bringing that in for 5 uses. And then Tommyknocker, a spirit that lives and works in mines. So this is a product named after a metal or a metallic product, like a metallic eyeshadow, metallic packaging, something like that. And I decided to bring in Andromeda by Terra Moons, and this is a pink metallic shadow. There's a lot of gold in this, and I figured, well, gold is metallic. And that's what it looks like on my finger. And I'm hoping, well, it's hard to tell because it looks very similar to the white above it, but it is definitely more pink. Okay, I'm going to have to like pop pictures on the screen or something. You guys are never going to be able to tell the difference in these shades. So 5 uses, of course. Like I said, I just want to touch all of these prompts before the end of the project. All right, finally, the last one I'm bringing in this month is Tower of London, a product that makes you lose your head either in delight or frustration. So I thought, well, Terra Moons. Everybody raves about the Terra Moons. I've got them. I love them. And this is kind of right up my alley, you guys. This one is Europa. This is a lavender, whitish, I don't know. It's just a me shade. It's, well, yeah, okay. It's a me shade. Does that kind of resemble everything else on my arm? And guess what? 5 uses. I know. Shocking. Ugh. I'm a mess. All right. So that is everything that I am bringing into the project. I do still have a few prompts I haven't touched, which I'm going to try and bring in next month, no matter where I'm at with anything. But I'm pretty sure I can get a few of these things finished off. I know I'll get my other use on this easy. I know I'll get my last couple uses on this. That'll be done. I'm definitely get that last Adept shade out of that palette so that that's not hanging around. And I might even be, I should be able to get my 10 uses on this. Hopefully. Hopefully, because I still have, you know, another half dozen to bring in. So that is my update for Paranormal Pantivity. And so now we're going to talk about our music moment. For this, now I know that I have talked about Corey Taylor before, and I've talked about the band Slipknot. For this one, I am bringing in his other band. I'm bringing in a song by Stone Sour, and the song that I am bringing in is Say You'll Haunt Me. This is a song that was off of their 3rd studio album, Audio Secrecy. It was released, the album was released September 7th, 2010, and the song was released to the public on July 6th of 2010. Get those words out there. This one has gotten a ton of airplay, and that's where I heard it. Now, everyone always thinks that the song that hooked me on the band is Through the Glass, which was the first kind of hit that they had. And while I love that song, that one wasn't the one. This one, the minute I heard it, hooked me immediately, and that's what got me into the band. Because like I said, I knew Slipknot. I like some of their stuff, but they're a little bit heavier than a lot of the stuff I listen to. Stone Sour is more in my wheelhouse. They've had a bunch of hits, a bunch of different albums. But this one, okay, it was played nationally throughout the U.S. The digital single was released through Amazon and iTunes July 20th, 2010. All right, so for this one, see if I can remember what I'm talking about here. Corey said that he was kind of having issues with getting the song written. It wasn't so much the lyrics as it was the music, because he has a very personal connection to this song. This is a song that he actually kind of wrote about his wife. And so for him, it was like more of a personal thing. So it took a while before the rest of the band kind of got it all together, because he had gone in, and it said that he went in and like put everything into it, like put his whole heart into it to sing it because of it being about his wife. And then he had left. When he came back, the rest of the band had like just pulled it all together. And so he was super pleased with the results on it. Now this one, they did a contest for the video. I'm not entirely certain how all of that worked. But the video does use the album version, not the shorter radio version. And I don't know what the difference is. I didn't bother looking. So the video is kind of interesting. There's, you know what, I'm going to link it down below. You can just go watch it. The concept behind it is the I am you. Just go with that. If you watch the video, it'll make a little more sense. Now, this song reached #1 on both the U.S. Billboard rock songs and mainstream rock tracks. It's kind of neat when it crosses over into mainstream too. And this is their second. It's the first single to reach #1 on the rock songs chart, and their second after Through Glass. through the glass, whatever it is, on to reach number one on the mainstream tracks. So that's why everyone always assumes that the other one is the one that got me into them, and it wasn't. They also charted in, well, badly in the UK, but UK rock and metal, they did 7th, Canada, and both US charts. Now, this is also a song that was made available to download for the use in Rock Band 3, the game. My kid would know more about that than I do. But anyway, it was made available in 2011, so I'm sure there are people out there, if you played Rock Band 3, that might know this song. All right, now, like I said, this is off of the third Stone Sour album, and I want to say they've released 6 studio albums. Stone Sour is a band that kind of formed out of Des Moines, Iowa, which is, if you watched the Slipknot, or you watched the Music Moment for Slipknot, you knew that that was the hometown of it. This went 92 to 97, and then 2000 to 2020, and they're on a hiatus, but I don't know that they've split up per se. Since then, Corey has released solo albums under just Corey Taylor. So I'm not sure exactly. He's always creating music, so I don't exactly know what's going on and which vehicle he's using for which things. But he has released some stuff now out in under just his name, so a little bit different. So yeah, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 six studio CDs, albums, whatever. And Audio Secrecy, like I said, was their third. So that's all I'm going to give you on that, because you may just get some more on Corey Taylor too. I like his voice. In fact, you will get more of his singing, because there is a song that is among my favorites that is a weird combination of things. So at some point you're going to get more with his voice in it, with a few of my other music idols. Until next time, everybody, that is everything that I wanted to say. Thank you so much for sticking around. I do appreciate it. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.